There's pushback against nearly 24 Chinese Olympic swimmers who failed doping tests 3 years ago, 11 of whom are now set to compete later this month in Paris. Well, now a U.S. criminal investigation is underway, with an American Olympic legend blasting the World Anti-Doping Agency. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains.
This morning, swimming's international governing body confirms the FBI has launched an investigation into Chinese swimmers who failed doping tests but were allowed to continue competing. Some of them are now headed to the Summer Games in Paris this month. The controversy began just weeks before the Tokyo Games in 2021, when nearly 24 Chinese swimmers tested positive for a banned substance. Chinese authorities blamed food contamination at their hotel. The World Anti-Doping Agency did not challenge that explanation and allowed the athletes to compete. They went on to win 3 gold medals in Tokyo. That decision by the Anti-Doping Agency was not disclosed until April of this year, and since then, U.S. lawmakers have pushed the Justice Department to investigate the case under a federal law that allows investigations into suspected doping conspiracies, even those outside the U.S.
It is rather frustrating that over time, I never have felt like I was competing in a clean field.
At a congressional hearing last month, Michael Phelps and other Olympians criticized the World Anti-Doping Agency for inconsistently enforcing the rules.
As athletes, our faith can no longer be blindly placed in the World Anti-Doping Agency, an organization that continues to prove that it is either incapable or unwilling to enforce its policies consistently around the world.
Phelps saying if athletes aren't held accountable, the Olympics will lose credibility.
I think that's why we're here today, trying to fight for that change for the next generation.
During that hearing, lawmakers said they're willing to cut off millions in U.S. funding for the Anti-Doping Agency. In a statement, the agency denied showing any bias towards China. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.